Bike accidents like this are killers. And today on a road near Sherburn in Elmet, another rider is fighting for his life. Darren Axe knows the place well. He rides a bike himself.
I've got to say I'm a summer biker. Unfortunately, once again, this is a motorcycle incident which has run into a car or vice versa, with a rider on scene at this location who's unconscious.
The crew of Helimed 98 know they're the patient's only chance of survival.
So if you go to the cafe and follow that road into Sherburn, yeah, you'll be on that road, mate.
The bike has hit a parked car. The land crew from nearby Castleford have done a great job. They've immobilised the biker. He's already on a spinal board, neck colour on, ready to travel.
Hi. Hi guys, you alright?
Yeah, all we know is it's Gaz.
Gaz?
We don't know his age. He's gone into that MG there. Pretty much as we find him, we've just
Stay still, mate, stay still.
A lot of bruising on his abdomen and his back.
Kate talks to him to establish his level of consciousness before deciding which hospital to take him to.
Do you know where you are, Gaz?
Yeah.
Where are you? Alright, we're going to be taking you to the hospital in the helicopter in the air ambulance, Gaz, okay?
It's not good. He's confused and showing all the signs of a serious head injury.
This man's quite seriously injured actually. He looks like he's got lots of bruising around his abdomen and around his back, which means there's a really high risk of internal injuries. It looks like he may have sustained some injuries to his chest.
Gaz is fighting for his life. Kate knows it's only a matter of time before his injuries begin to overwhelm him. Only surgeons and intensive care can save him now. Speed is vital, and Darren's recruiting some volunteers to help them on their way to Leeds General Infirmary.
Lads, will you come and give us a hand?
As well as the head injury, Gaz is struggling with his breathing. Daz and Kate are looking for signs of chest deformity, paradoxical breathing, one side doing something the other isn't. It's a sign of internal injuries that could kill. Gaz has got them too.
Yeah, just press on your chest, it's inserting your ear. Inserting both sides. Feel that.
988 that's lifted and en route to LCI, ETA approximately 6 minutes maximum, over.
Helimed 98 is definitely the last flight today on the rooftop pad. It's 5:10. It will soon be dark.
Steady slide.
The biker known only to the crew as Gaz was Gary Brennan. A 51-year-old husband, father and grandfather. His injuries are barely survivable. During the next 10 minutes, his heart stops twice.
It looks like he sustained a lower leg fracture. We won't need an X-ray to prove that. You can see where it's broken. He's sustained a head injury as well because he's extremely confused. He doesn't know what day it is. He doesn't know how old he is. So he's got a lot of issues that need to be resolved. Fortunately for him, he's in the best place here at LGI.
Gary's wife was told to come to the Leeds General Infirmary to say goodbye to her husband. The family were told he may only have hours to live. Gary was put into an induced coma. Life support machines in intensive care were breathing for him. They were giving his brain and battered body the best possible chance of pulling itself through. And incredibly, it did.
Hiya. Alright. My next recollection really was waking up in hospital about 6.5 weeks later, and my family, Shirley and my 4 kids, sort of around me, and I didn't realise that I'd actually been declared dead at the scene of the accident, which gave us a bit of a shock, and didn't know anything about getting lifted onto a helicopter and coming in. Not a thing about it, and I'm an avid supporter of the Yorkshire Air Ambulance anyway, but I never thought I would have actually been a customer of theirs. Both my shoulder blades were broken. I'd had a hard impact on my heart, and it sent the rhythm out, but it also created a lot of bruising. My left lung was collapsed, my liver was torn, and my kidney was completely crushed. And then working down, my pelvis had been smashed into quite a few pieces, and then my left leg my thigh bone was completely broken, and they've put in a pin from my hip down to my knee in there to keep that one together.
3 months on and Gary's back at home. His accident has left him with massive physical injuries that time will heal. But it's left the whole family with much more. His daughters, who thought he was going to die, kept a diary.
You were nodding your head when I was talking to you, and you even smiled at me. That meant the world. I've been praying for a miracle, and even though we've got so much more to go through, I feel I've been granted my miracle. You're still here, and your brain seems to be intact, even if your body isn't.
I couldn't read it. Both Laura and Joanne had written the diaries, and weeks ago they gave the diaries to me, and I literally got to the first page, and each of them just broke down. It was so poignant, you know, reading what your daughters have written.
And I love you more than I could ever say, and I'm so proud to be able to call you my dad.
It was amazing just to see what the girls had gone through and what Shirley had gone through while I was in hospital.
Joanne was in Tenerife on holiday when her mum rang her with the news.
I think on the Sunday night, it was before he went to theatre, my mum just said they've given him 7 hours to live. He's been in since 4 o'clock, you know, it's now 10 o'clock. The clock's working against him basically, so I think just in case you don't get back in time, I think, you know, you need to say goodbye. So she had to put the phone to his ear, and I just, you know, had to tell him to hang in there and stay strong and fight until I got back, and I just felt so guilty for being away. I just needed to be by his side.
Despite all he's been through, you might be surprised to hear that Gary is determined to get back on 2 wheels.
The accident didn't put me off at all. I just wish I could remember. But I've been riding bikes since I was 6-year-old. I'm 52-year-old now, and I would never ever be without a bike. Now I'll be straight back on as soon as the leg's better.
He hasn't got a new bike just yet, but he's on the way.